Where are you watching from today? Drop your country in the comments so we can see how far this story travels. And if you believe in dignity, fairness, and real accountability, hit like and subscribe now. Rain needles. The pavement outside the Riverside Glasshouse. A venue so polished, it looks like it was built to keep certain people out. Malik Grant stands beneath a strip of cold white light duffel bag on his shoulder. Hoodie soaked through, boots scuffed from a life that has never been soft. He is 29, black, British Army, the kind of man who speaks quietly because he has learnt what the world does when it decides you are loud, even when you are not. Inside, champagne pops, cameras flash, laughter rolls like it belongs to a different planet. And right at the door, a woman in black, with a perfect pin-straight posture, takes one look at Malik and decides his worth. In a single breath, what she does next is going to disgrace her in front of everyone. And what happens after that will change the whole room. Quick one, before we begin properly. If you believe dignity is non-negotiable, tap like and subscribe now so you never miss a story. And drop your country in the comments so we can see how far this channel is traveling tonight. Malik shifts his grip on the duffel bag. It is heavier than it looks. Not because of clothes, but because of what it carries. A folded flag, a metal box, a letter. A small wooden toy plane with chipped paint. He checks the building again through rain-streaked glass. A charity gala banner reads Heroes and Hope, but the words blur in the weather. Men in tailored suits. Women in dresses that shimmer like they cost more than someone's yearly rent. A stringquartet.com. Wrists. Perfect posture. Security with earpieces. Scanning like they are guarding diamonds. Malik breathes out slowly and steps forward. At the entrance stands Olivia Harrow, early 30s, white hair pinned immaculate, face set in that professional smile that can turn cold without moving. She blocks Malik without touching him, the way some people block you with a look. Evening, Malik says, polite. I'm here for the gala. Olivia's eyes flick to his hoodie, his boots, the duffel bag. This is a private event, she says. Already halfway to no. I'm on the list, Malik replies. Name's Malik Grant. Olivia taps her tablet, but it is not a real check. It is a performance. Her smile tightens. And your invitation? I didn't get a printed one, Malik says. I was deployed. I was told to come straight here. Olivia's gaze drifts over him again, slower this time, like she is looking for proof he is lying. Right, she says. We've had issues with people trying to slip in. If you don't have the correct attire, you'll need to leave the entrance. Malik nods, once controlled. I can pay, he says. I'm not asking for a free seat. I'm here to deliver something. It's important. Olivia leans closer, lowering her voice like she is doing him a kindness. This is not a shelter, she says. There are services for people in your situation. The sentence is quiet, neat, easy to deny later. But Malik hears the meaning clearly. I'm not homeless, Malik says. I'm Army. Olivia gives a small laugh, the kind that isn't funny. Of course you are, she replies. And it lands like a slap, wrapped in silk. The security guards step over, shoulders broad, eyes already convinced Malik is the problem. Sir, one says clipped, you need to move away from the entrance. I'm not causing trouble, Malik says. Just check the list properly, please. The guard glances at Olivia, waiting for her decision. Olivia crosses her arms. He is refusing to comply. Malik turns his head slightly. Still calm, still polite. I'm refusing to be dismissed, he says. There's a difference. Olivia's eyes flash. Don't raise your voice at me. He hasn't raised it. Not once. A couple nearby glance over. The woman's eyes flick to Malik's bag, like she expects it to do something. A man in a tux smirks into his drink, entertained. Malik feels that familiar heat in his chest, the one he has swallowed since he was a boy. The one that says, if you defend your dignity, you might lose your safety. He swallows it. Anyway, call the organizer, Malik says. The host, anyone. Olivia's smile hardens. The host is busy, she says. And he doesn't take calls from strangers at the door. She says strangers like it means people like you. The wind kicks the rain sideways. Malik's hoodie darkens, water dripping from the cuff to his hand. Cold crawls into his fingers. Then, near the valet line, a commotion snaps the air. An elderly man in a dinner jacket stumbles, clutching his throat. His face turns a sick red. His wife panics, hands shaking, voice cracking. People freeze. Nobody moves fast enough. Malik moves. It is instinct, training, the part of him that doesn't wait for permission. He drops his duffel bag and reaches the man in 3 strides. Positioning behind him, sir, can you breathe? Malik asks, already locking his hands. The man shakes his head, eyes wide with terror. Malik pulls sharply, controlled. Once, twice, on the 3rd thrust, whatever is lodged pops free and skitters across the wet pavement. The man coughs, then drags air into his lungs like it is the first breath he's had in years. His wife sobs, clutching his arm. Oh my God, she whispers. Thank you, thank you. Phones lift, murmurs ripple. People who were happy to watch a humiliation now lean in for a hero moment. Malik steps back, steadying the man gently. You're all right, Malik says. Slow breaths, Olivia walks over, tight smile, returning like a mask. Very brave, she says, as if she is praising a dog. Then she turns to security. Now that the scene is over, escort him away. We can't have this outside the entrance. Malik stares at her, rain on his lashes. You just watched what I did, he says. Olivia's voice sharpens, and I have a duty to protect guests inside. You are causing disruption. The elderly man, still breathing hard, frowns. He saved my life. Olivia doesn't even look at him. Sir, inside, she says. Guiding him away, erasing Malik in real time. The guards step closer again. One reaches for Malik's arm. Malik pulls back, not violently, just enough to set a boundary. Don't touch me, he says, calm but firm. Olivia's eyes widen, as if he has threatened her. That's it, she snaps. He's getting aggressive. Aggressive. The word floats into the air, and suddenly some of the crowd believes it, because it is easier than admitting what they are watching. The guards move for Malik's duffel bag. Malik blocks it with his body. That bag stays with me, he says. Sir, a guard warns, you are trespassing. Malik lets out a short, humorless breath. Trespassing, he repeats. At a charity event for veterans, Olivia lifts her chin. We have donors and dignitaries tonight. We cannot have this at the door. This, Malik repeats softly. Say what you mean. Olivia's cheeks flush, anger at being seen too clearly. Leave, she says. Then, quieter, with a sharpened smile, or we call the police. Malik goes still, not because he is scared of police, because he knows exactly what that call can become once his face is described over the phone. He reaches slowly into his pocket. Olivia stiffens. One guard's hand moves to his belt. Malik pulls out his military ID and holds it up. Olivia barely glances. That could be fake, she says instantly. It hits Malik harder than he expects. He has been shot at. He has carried injured men through smoke. He has watched children cry over rubble. But being called fake while standing in his own country does something bitter inside him. The crowd grows thicker. More phones, more eyes, hungry for an ending. Malik bends down, picks up his duffel bag, and straightens his back. Fine, he says. I'll leave. Olivia's shoulders relax, victory settling on her like perfume. But Malik doesn't walk away. He turns slightly, so the cameras catch his face clearly. I came here to honor someone who died, he says. If you're proud of how you're treating me, keep filming. The air shifts. Even the rain sounds louder. And then the doors open. Warm light spills out. A man steps forward, mid-40s, well-dressed but not flashy, gray at his temples, the kind of person who owns a room without needing to announce it. The host. The one Olivia said would not take calls from strangers. He pauses at the crowd, the security posture, the phones. Then his eyes land on Malik. His face drains of color. "Malik," he says, voice catching. Malik turns and recognizes him instantly. A memory flashes, not in words, but in sound. Helicopter blades, shouting heat, the stink of fuel, a hand gripping his forearm in panic. Malik nods once. "Evening, sir." Olivia steps forward quickly, confused, trying to regain control. "Sir, this man attempted to enter without proper attire or invitation. We had to protect the guests." The host doesn't even look at her yet. He walks straight to Malik, staring like he is confirming something he has carried for years. Then he reaches out, not to shake Malik's hand, but to touch the scar near Malik's temple, gently, like proof. "I watched you drag my brother out of that burning vehicle," the host says, voice thick. "You took a hit to your head, and you still went back for him." Silence clamps down on the entrance. Phones keep recording, but the mood flips. No more entertainment. Now it is exposure. Olivia's mouth opens. "You're military." She stammers at Malik, as if she is only hearing him now. The host turns slowly to Olivia. "What is happening here?" he asks. "Quiet." Olivia straightens. "Scrambling? Protocol," she says. "We have standards." The host's eyes narrow. "Standards," he repeats. "Or comfort." Malik opens his duffel bag and carefully pulls out what he came to deliver. The folded flag, the metal box, the letter, the small wooden toy plane. "I wasn't coming for a speech," Malik says. "I came to deliver this." The host's throat works hard. "That's for ... double quotes," he begins. "For Captain Daniel Harrow's mum," Malik says. The host turns to Olivia, voice colder now. "Daniel was your brother," he says. Olivia's face collapses into something raw and terrified. "I didn't know," she whispers. "I didn't know it was him." Malik's voice stays steady. "You didn't want to know," he says. "You decided who I was before you learnt my name. If you've ever been judged before you even opened your mouth, drop one word in the comments. Dignity. Let people know they're not alone." The host looks at the guests and the cameras. "We cannot claim to honor service while practicing prejudice at the door," he says. "Not in my brother's name." He turns to security. "Let him inside," he says. The guards step back quickly now, sudden respect appearing like a switch-tone light. Malik steps forward into the warmth, not because he needs approval, because his promise is inside. In a quieter side room sits an older woman, hands folded, dressed simply, compared to the glitter outside. Grief lives in her posture, the kind that never fully leaves. Daniel's mum looks up, and the moment she sees Malik, her breath catches. "Malik," she whispers. He approaches carefully, like he is stepping into sacred ground. "Yes, ma'am," he says. Her eyes fill instantly. "You came," she says, like she never stopped hoping. Malik kneels beside her chair and opens the metal box. "This was Daniel's," he says gently. "He earned it, and he asked me to make sure you had it." He places the folded flag in her lap, then the letter, then the toy plane. Her hands tremble as she touches the little plane. "He loved planes when he was small," she whispers, smiling through tears. Malik's voice softens. "He talked about you," Malik says. "Every time it got hard, he talked about you." The host stands in the doorway, eyes wet, and for a moment, the entire event becomes what it was supposed to be. Back in the main hall, the host steps on stage. The microphone picks up his breathing first. "This evening was built to honor sacrifice," he says. "So here is the truth. We will be reviewing our leadership, our training, and our policies. effective immediately. He pauses, then adds, calm and absolute. And Olivia will step down from her position tonight. A ripple moves through the room. Olivia stands at the back, face pale, suddenly small in the space she used to control. Later, after the speeches and the applause, that feels different now. Olivia finds Malik near the exit. No audience, no cameras, no power in her posture. Her makeup is smudged. Her voice is small. "I'm sorry," she says. "I don't know when I became... That." Malik looks at her properly. "You don't fix it with one apology," he says. "You fix it with what you do next." Olivia swallows. "What do I do?" "You learn," Malik says. "You listen. You stop hiding behind standards when what you mean is fear. And the next time someone stands at a door in the rain, you treat them like a human before anything else." Olivia nods, tears falling silently. "I will." Malik lifts his duffel bag and walks out. This time, the guards step aside without being told. Not because of the host, because Malik's dignity has become undeniable. Outside, the rain has eased into a mist. City lights blur into soft halos on wet pavement. Malik breathes in the cold air and lets it fill his chest properly for the first time all night. He is not thinking about donors, cameras, or downfall. He is thinking about a promise kept, a mother who can sleep with one less question in her heart, and the quiet truth that kindness does not require permission, but dignity should never have to beg at a door. If this story moved you, subscribe and share it with someone who needs the reminder that character is what you do when nobody is cheering. If you want more stories like this, subscribe and comment dignity. Again, so I know you want part 2 energy.